Okay, yeah. Okay, from Keturah, if I remember correctly. Okay, so she wasn't an Israelite. Okay, she wasn't an Israelite either. Okay, and it goes on to say, and she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. Okay, and this name, well, the name Gershom, okay, is where we get the name or the word Ger, which is stranger, or Gosh, should I say in Hebrew. Okay, where we get the word, the meaning stranger, right? Okay, and there's a difference between the word Gar and the word Nakar. Okay, Gar is like foreigner, pretty much. Okay, that is a stranger because he lives in a foreign land. Okay, that's why they call him. That's why it means a foreigner. Okay, someone of their own nation that lives away in another land. Okay, he's a foreigner because he's strange to to Israel and the customs and that kind of stuff. Okay, but Nakar means a natural stranger of another nation. Okay, that they are native to that nation. Okay, so there's a difference, but this is where the term Gar comes from. Okay, from Moses' son Gershom. Okay, so Gershom was his son, right? From the Midianite Zipporah. Okay, now we go First Chronicles. First Chronicles chapter 23, verse 14. Right, it tells you here. It says, now concerning Moses, the man of God, his sons were named of the tribe of Levi. Okay, so we know Moses was a Levite, so his sons are Levites. Okay, regardless of who the woman was, they are Moses' sons. Okay, so they are Levites. Okay, Eleazar, well, very well. Okay, but they were both Israelites. Okay, said the sons of Moses were Gershom and Eleazar. Okay. Now, if we go to Numbers, chapter 12. Okay, Miriam and Aaron had a problem with Moses, the fact that he had an Ethiopian woman. Now, I don't actually know if this Ethiopian woman is actually referring to Zipporah, because scriptures say that she's a Midianite. Now, could be referring to her being dark skinned, could be, but this could be another wife. I don't know. Okay, but the point is, there's no issue with having a wife or concubine, whatever, of the other nations and having children by them. Okay, the scriptures is not against that. Okay, and in this passage here, man, you're gonna see that the Lord got vexed with Miriam and Aaron for coming up against Moses about this issue. Okay, so I'm gonna read on. It says in Numbers 12 verse 1, it says, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman who he had married. For he had married an Ethiopian woman. Okay, and they said, have the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Have you not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. So sorry, let me read that proper. So, and they said, have the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Have you not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. Okay, so you heard the murmurs that they're coming up against Moses with, right? So now the man Moses was very meek, above all men which were upon the face of the earth. Right? I'm gonna jump to verse 6. Okay, and he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and I will speak unto him in a dream. Okay, this is the Lord speaking. Okay, it says, my servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth. Okay, telling them basically that I'm dealing with Moses. Okay, if I had come to you, I would have come to you with visions and dreams and all that kind of stuff. But he was dealing with Moses like that. Okay, it says, with him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. So, because Moses made known pretty much everything unto Moses. Okay, when he was up in Mount Sinai, Moses was told everything while he was up there. Okay, of things past before him. That's why we got the first 5 books, beginning with Genesis. Moses wasn't there. Okay, in that sense. Okay, he wasn't. But he was told all things that happened prior to him, prior to his current life, and everything that would happen in the future, all the prophecies he was told about. Okay, so that's how deep the Lord was dealing with Moses on, man. Okay. Says, and the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? Okay, so the Lord was very apparently dealing with Moses, and they didn't have the fear not to come up against him, man. They weren't afraid to speak against him when they should have been, because the Lord wasn't dealing with the others like that. It says, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. Okay, so the Lord was angry with them for coming up against Moses on this issue. Okay, because they shouldn't be coming up to Moses anyway. Okay, but the Lord had nothing bad to say about it. Okay, it wasn't an issue. So, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous. Okay, so the Most High cursed Miriam. Okay, with leprosy. Okay, it says, white as snow, and Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. It says, and Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not sin upon us, where we have done foolishly, and where we have sinned. Okay, they had to acknowledge their wickedness, basically. Okay, recognize their error. Okay, so there were just a couple of examples that that I came across to begin with. Just to show you that Israelite men begat Israelites, man, and that's it. So like I say, it don't matter. I mean, and that also goes into other topics like the Gentiles. The reason why not every Israelite looks the same. Okay, because they've been among other nations women, and had children by them, man. And then the features have changed over a long time. Even here, Joseph with the Egyptian woman and stuff like that, we've always dealt with other nations' women, man. That's why we don't all look the same. I mean, we probably a very, very short moment in time did we ever look all the same like that. Israel is very diverse in how it looks. You got your prototype Negro of Judah that everyone looks to say, well, all Israel should look like this. Well, who's to say that? Okay, the scriptures don't really back that. Okay, yes, we're predominantly a dark-skinned nation, but we're not all dark-skinned anymore, man. That's just the truth about it. Okay, it's been a very, very long time, man, where we've been dealing with other women, and and hey, our look has changed, man. You got the Issacharites, you got all the 10 tribes over there. Okay, they look different to the Negroes in the Judites in America, man. So that just goes to show, man. We live in different isles. There's brothers up there in China, Japan, Russia, Europe. Of course we're not all going to look the same, man. And of course, some of us are not going to be dark skinned. Of course, some of us may even look like so-called white people, man. But it's because of this. Okay, and not that there's anything wrong with this, but this is just what's happened over a period of time, man. Okay, with dealing with women of other nations. Okay, but they're still Israelites, man. Okay, that's why we search through the Spirit to see if they be Israelites, man. Okay, you can't go just by a man's look. You have to try the Spirit. Okay, so that sort of kind of links in with all the Gentiles talk. Okay, who the Gentiles are and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, with that I'm gonna close up, and then till the next time I say shalom.